Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of It's Brown Time. It's your boy, Devontae, and you got your girl,
Michelle.
She don't like saying her name, but you know it's Michelle. Today, we're going to be talking about how to keep a positive mindset when there seems to be a lot of negativity going around in your environment, whether that's mentally, physically, you might have gotten sick, emotionally, just how do you keep a positive attitude? So stick around. We're gonna give you some quick fire tips to implement, and hopefully they can help make a difference in your chaotic life. If you're new to our channel, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. You wanna make sure that you're notified when we launch new fresh content. We try to do it as often as we can, but because we have 3 kids under the age of 3, you know how that might be. It's Brown Time is all about real life family advice. We have 3 kids under the age of 3. We run a few side businesses. I work full time. Michelle stays at home with the kids full time. It's nuts to say the least, but somehow, one way or another, we managed to make it happen. Hit that subscribe button, show us some love, turn on that notification bell, and stay locked and loaded with us. And check us out online at itsbrowntime.com.
On Instagram too.
On Instagram at itsbrowntime. It'll be linked down below. All right, without further ado, let's get started.
So, how to keep a positive mindset when things are not going your way?
My first tip.
That's what I tell him to do all the time.
No,
Well, you started doing
myself.
it, but I remind you.
She reminds me too, but I took this initiative on my own.
You did.
It's a few things actually, and it's a combination. First, if I feel like I'm getting super anxious, super over the top, what I do is I ground myself and I just breathe. You take a quick second, literally 30 seconds, to just breathe in and out. Do it a few times. Breathe in, breathe out. Begin to feel control of your heart rate and begin to come down. That's when you know you're taking kind of control. You're bringing yourself back to the present. It's so easy to let your mind just like poof, wander, and you're thinking about this and you're thinking about that, and it's so chaotic. So just take a breath, embrace that moment, embrace whatever's going on, and say that, you know what, it can get better. In conjunction with breathing, I also like to meditate. Michelle can't really, it's hilarious trying to watch her meditate. I swear, she's just like, is this working? There's an art to it. You really have to, know how. And if you haven't heard of an app called Headspace, Head space, Headspace, I suggest you try it. They have a free option for you. They teach you how to meditate. They teach you kind of how to guide your mind when you're having a difficult time. And so if you haven't heard of it, go check it out. And another kind of positive thing that works for me is journaling. No, it's not a diary. Michelle will sometimes like, oh, look at your diary. Like, no. I journal and I just write sometimes my emotions down. If you've ever...
Or your thoughts.
Yeah, right. If you've ever had like a coworker piss you off and you wanted to write like this nasty ass email and be like, I hate you, this and this, something about writing it out, getting it out, allows you to just brain dump and forget about it. Of course, please don't send that email. We don't want you to get fired.
No, it's probably best to like physically write it too.
That too.
You never know what's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, so meditation, journaling, breathing techniques, whatever you need to do to like keep yourself like in the moment, like bring yourself back, because when you feel negative, you feel like you lost positivity, like your mind is not here, like you're somewhere else. So you need to like bring yourself back. So number 2 is what we are huge on is self-care, and also with your spouse, so like spousal care.
Yeah.
But
what is self-care, and what can that look like for them?
Well, self-care for me, for example, is getting my nails done still, going to the gym. It's getting my hair done. It's going to take a makeup class with my friend that teaches them, and just doing things for myself, going shopping for myself, not for my husband or my kids. Just something that includes yourself, not other people, or like, oh, I'm doing self-care, we're gonna go to like a concert that you like, and I don't even like that music. Like, that's not self-care. Like, that's more spouse, but not even. So
But it's just taking the time to do things that you enjoy. And typically things that you enjoy doing alone. Like, I love reading. And so I like when I can just sit in a quiet space and read a book. That's self-care for me. I'll sometimes go to the park down the street from our house and I'll sit in the grass. People might think like it's weird, like this grown-ass dude is sitting. Like, that's just me.
But
it's peaceful.
Even if it might not make
Ideally,
sense
I wish
to
I could do that
other
on the
people.
ocean. One day we'll be by the water, so you guys will see me reading a book.
It
on
might
the beach.
not make sense to other people, but it doesn't matter. Like, if it makes sense to you, once you brought yourself
huge.
back,
Exactly.
you know, you're like taking control, do something positive for yourself that you enjoy.
I've never done this before, but I've never had a full-on body massage, and she booked a couples massage. And it was funny because we're not talking.
I give them a body.
We weren't physically looking at each other, but we were talking to one another as we were getting, you know, our massages and just laughing and joking and stuff like that. But there was a time for us to relax, unwind, and to connect. And I think that that's something that all couples, you know, should experience, whether it's a massage or going to the movies. You know, it seems so
Getting a
childish.
babysitter and going to a coffee shop or
Exactly.
Or when the kids go to bed now, we're for a little bit playing board games or like card games for a while, instead of like being on your phone. Like, you know,
if you haven't seen our previous video about the top 3 tips for marriage in 2020, go check out that video. I'll go ahead and link it like up here. Click on that video. But it gives some really good insight as to what you can do to kind of connect with your spouse and get back to how things were before you guys, you know, got married.
Tip number 3 is pay attention to external influences. So the first thing I want to read, it's said to have been said by Nipsey Hussle, but I don't know, but it makes sense. If you look at the people in your circle, he's like, what do you have? He heard rapper.
Oh, he did. Here, Papa. There's no rap. Okay, here, we'll include you. All right.
Okay.
We got baby number 2 over here.
So this could be people, this could be social media in general, this could be society. And the first thing we want to start out with pertaining to that is, okay, the quote says, if you look at the people in your circle and you don't get inspired, then you don't have a circle, you have a cage. So we read that this morning. It's genius and it like hit home with us. And then we started talking about like feeling discouraged that certain things pertaining to like us starting up and not filming enough and not editing when we want to, and then all of a sudden you just start getting like
drained.
Like, you're like, okay, I want to quit.
It's a huge thing that I don't think that people pay attention to. I'll give you a quick example. Driving. I noticed that if I'm driving and I have like rap music or something that's just like provocative, I drive faster. I don't know if that's you, but I just noticed that like it's an external factor.
When you're online and all you're seeing, like you're following all these like famous people and that's all who you follow, well, and then you're like wondering like, oh, why do I hate myself? Like I want what they want, I don't have what they have.
Right.
And like you start training, like subconsciously your mind is trained to think like that versus, you know, using the tools that we're saying of meditating, doing breathing techniques, taking time for yourself, just knowing that you started this for a reason, you know, whether it's us starting YouTube or us starting a business or you starting a business or, you know, you're in a relationship with someone and it's new or it's old and it's over and it's getting old.
And it doesn't even have to be people that are physically around you. I realized that I got back on Facebook last week just for the simple fact of sharing our YouTube channel. Yay! We launched our YouTube channel, but just wanted to share it. And I kid you not, within an hour, I was already realizing why I hopped off of Facebook. Like I shut it down and I wanted nothing to do with it. It's an avenue for people.
You launched it and then shut it down?
Not launched it. I just reactivated it. Right. I didn't shut it back down. No, it's still up right now. But I saw that it was so easy to get sucked into other people's negativity, and it is your circle of influence. It can make a world of difference on your mindset and your focus on life and whatever it is you're going through. Another thing that actually helps me, and I don't know if you do this, babe, but I listen to different podcasts. If you don't know who Gary Vaynerchuk is or Jay Shetty, these are huge influencers that are going out and they're shaking up the world, and they're putting positivity. Even Marie Forleo. If you don't know who these people are, look them up. But just having them in my ear, talking about positivity, sharing their life perspective, it just can kind of help.
Positivity too.
You are. It can just create positivity, and that's ultimately what our focus is. To recap everything we talked about, if you feel that you're just losing positivity, there's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of negativity going on around you. We talked about meditating, breathing, and journaling, diary, whatever you want to call it, being present, being in that moment, just taking your mind out of the future, out of the past, and just focusing in the here and the now. We also talked about self-care. Why is self-care so important? It's time where you get to love yourself, and I don't think we honestly do that enough. As humans, as couples, as spouses, honestly, just loving yourself and being happy with who you are, and not trying to
doing the things you love.
Exactly. Perfect.
Feeling good about yourself.
And the last one is paying attention to influences, external influences, and understanding how that affects your mindset. So if you guys had a favorite tip from today, go ahead and comment that down below. We'll of course be responding to all of you. We appreciate the love and support that we've got thus far. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, ding, because you don't want to miss all of our fresh new content. As always, we love you guys so much.
Thank you for watching, and give us a thumbs up if you
like this
video.
video.
Enjoyed any part of this, or
and also share with us if you want us to talk about something else. Maybe you and your spouse are going through something, or you just wanted our perspective on a different subject. We'd always love to create content that's valuable to you. Cut. Look at this. We had to stop, Missy, because you were all up in the mix screaming. We had Gio over here. Say hello, Gio. And Leo, where you at? Over here, crawling on the floor. Say hello. Hello. Hi to the camera. This is our life, so we try to get our filming in when we can, guys.